Has it been countless times, or is it just a handful of times, Kyle?
Were you ever wowed?
Where you walked
Like
up
you-
and you're like, you are
It's
not
always-
the person I
Wow.
came here.
Did you
It
go,
is-
wow?
It is almost always a disappointment to a certain degree.
Have you ever not been disappointed? Has it ever been the other way? We're like,
Oh yeah,
Hat-tag.
there is one that I was not disappointed whatsoever, and guess what happened?
She was a dude.
She ghosted me. No. No, she ghosted.
This is how we hoot it. This is how we hoot it. This is how we hoot it.
Ooh. Yeah. Episode number 5.
Episode number 5. Let's talk about it. Would you rather fly or be able to read minds?
Ooh, fly.
Yep.
Fly. I wouldn't want
That
to
was
read anyone's
quick.
mind. No, I wouldn't want to know.
Okay.
A single thought.
That is fair because I don't want to know what's happening in the mind of the woman that I'm making love to.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you. Can you choose when you get to read the minds?
Actually,
Can you put
that's
it
a good-
away? That's
that's
a
a good
different
question.
thing
That's a deal
because
breaker,
like
yeah.
those particular situations
Where you need
where
to
you
know.
don't want to know.
She's like, oh my God, I hope he goes really fast.
This was
Great.
already a terrible mistake.
I shouldn't have did this. I should have just went straight home. This was
And then you're
stupid.
just like, damn it, all right, get out of here. And she's like, what?
I didn't say anything.
All right.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I'm not doing that.
Sponia, you got, are you?
I want to fly.
I think
Yeah.
everybody's flying.
I'm
right
going
now.
with the flying for sure.
Fly. I mean, flying.
All right, but.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. What if you was invisible and you could teleport,
Wait,
or you can read minds and then fly,
No. Okay, so you're saying invisible and teleportation
or
as two skills,
yeah,
Okay.
or read minds and fly. So you're
Correct.
still getting to fly, but you got read minds.
but you got to read
But
the minds,
I can
or
turn the reading minds off.
no.
y'all gotta slow it down because these are important life decisions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the right one here. Okay,
right.
go back to.
invisible and teleportation.
Are we on the first one?
No, we moved on because
Okay.
everybody was like fly.
We evolved.
I
mean,
think
that's-
even turning off reading minds, I'm still flying.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be invisible and be
Flying
able
would
to teleport.
grow old.
Hey, no, is that why Superman always flew so high? Because like he could read minds and he didn't want to? No? Whenever he just flew
Yeah,
just
when he
like-
needed a break, he was like, "Let me fly
Yeah,
up
so
to
like
the
flying would be
stratosphere
your
real
escape
quick."
from reading minds. I'm gonna go with teleport. I'm always late.
But why would you want to fly? So you got to go into the why because
Because
fun,
flying's
but it'd be
awesome.
fun just for
it's
a little
Cloud
while.
9.
Well, no, also easy transportation.
Super
I mean,
easy.
a lot more
But if you
fuel
can
efficient because you could
teleport-
just and then quick. Like you're never late for work because what it
But-
takes you
Teleport.
50
But if
minutes
you
to
can
drive.
I
teleport-
disagree.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
disagree.
oh, it only takes me 1 minute to fly to work. I
Yeah.
can wake up at
But if
I
you
got-
could teleport,
I can take a 5-minute nap if I'm only.
Okay, but
3
what if
minutes.
you could turn the reading minds off and on as you want?
I would read minds.
You would read.
I
minds?
would read minds.
I feel like if you have
That's
that gift, though,
That's an omen.
I feel like I already know what
yeah,
people think.
that
anyway.
can't go away.
I feel like I already know what people think.
to me,
anyway.
it's not a valuable. Exactly. To me, it's not a valuable
Do you
enough.
You're-
really want to
hour.
go home
Teleport.
after work and hear what your wife is thinking inside?
No,
her
she
head?
Definitely
wouldn't be
don't.
my wife by that point if I know what she's thinking. Like, so say, if I got to the point where I'm gonna marry somebody,
can't- but-
and I knew what they were thinking the whole
You
time,
would
by
know
that
that-
point,
But they're
they're
always
solid.
gonna have
Yeah, you know
thoughts
exactly.
that you're
You
not
know-
gonna like. No matter who you're with, they're always gonna have a
But you
thought
could
that
turn
you're
them
not
off.
gonna like.
But you could turn them off.
But
So if you
but
know
you're
they're
gonna
about
be
to
curious at that point, you'll be like, man, let me turn this on and see what this bitch is thinking. And then you're gonna turn it on and you'll be like, see, I knew it. Like you was thinking this. Dude, I'm telling you, like
well,
you're
that's
not gonna.
because you're a weak-minded individual.
Whoa.
See,
Oh,
Whoa.
okay.
I can move past.
But if he could read minds, would he still be weak-minded, or would he learn a valuable asset just from that special.
I just
He
skill.
would get his feelings hurt, that's for
just-
sure, and that would be what he learned.
Oh yeah,
as the
but I
value
mean
of
that's
that.
part of
I would,
life.
I would be
God's
constantly
walking around
feelings.
crying, just
But-
like, fuck.
Yeah, I'd want to kill myself after like day 2. I'm like, all right, no.
I
this
thought
is stupid.
everybody liked me.
Right. Everybody thinks I'm a fucking
So into
idiot.
the second one, invisible
idiot.
slash and or invisible and teleportation or read minds and fly.
Okay, let's slow down. Invisible and
And
teleportation together,
or read minds and fly. So you still getting to fly, but also would read minds.
Teleport.
I'm gonna
invisible.
teleport into a bank, steal all kinds of
Teleporting's
cash.
quicker than flying.
Actually,
so
if
far
you're
away.
invisible, you could just walk into the bank.
True that.
You could.
Yeah, but you don't
So-
gotta walk anymore because it's
I know.
teleportation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you teleport
But
to
then
the
it's
What
vault.
would you do with the invisibility? Where would
People-
you go? What would you do with
Oh,
it?
you know,
First
I can
thing.
do a lot. Never mind.
See, the only-
Bro, what?
Whoa,
I don't want to read your mind right
a
now.
little early for that, Mariah.
Remind me not to read your mind when I get those powers, please.
Please.
Oh, it's just. Oh, never mind. Damn.
All right. So
I mean-
all right. What's the verdict? So, all right, Mariah, what are you doing?
Shit. I'm teleporting and I'm invisible.
All right.
Yeah.
Byron, reading minds and flying.
I would do the reading minds and flying.
Or
Okay.
teleportation and invisibility?
Yeah, because that just leads you to do like a bunch of really bad stuff.
It does. It
So
really
is
does.
That's the first
Minds.
thing people think about. Oh, I could
Yeah.
steal from the bank. I could go in somebody's house and
And
see them naked.
that's what I was about to say.
That's what your mind
But that's
goes
what I was
to.
about to say, though.
I don't want my
had
mind to
to-
do that.
I hadn't even
It
thought
really
about
does.
I hadn't
I
even
don't
thought
want
about
mine
it.
to do that.
Me
I
either.
didn't. I
No,
didn't.
no, I
That
do.
was not my first
I'm
thought.
on
I was
board
just
with
thinking I'd never
It
be
wasn't.
late again.
It was not. It was not stealing or
Honestly.
from a bank or I didn't even think that until you said it. I was
Yeah.
like, well, shit, you can do that.
You could,
Which I'm
for
sure I'd
sure.
have got there eventually. But for me, it was just like the teleportation is what got
Yeah,
me.
because
Yeah.
I can go on vacation anytime I want. Dude, on my
On
lunch
your
break.
lunch
On my
break.
lunch break, I
Yeah.
could go to.
Boom. You
I
walk
could do
out the
Fiji.
break. You walk out the
Chill
break
out
room.
on,
Drink
chill
real
out.
Fiji
Yeah, you walk out the
water.
break room
Boom.
with sandals.
Isn't
Like,
that what
a
like the
seamless-
internet does? Or we're so close to the internet being able to like you feel like you would teleport anywhere. Like I want to see what it's like skydiving from Mount Everest.
Yeah.
VR.
And you'll
Yeah.
have some VR headset you can put on, and what's the difference between that and virtual? You know, like
You're
No,
actually,
there's a
there's
big
a big
difference.
difference.
Big
okay,
difference.
all right,
You got to be there.
Yeah.
I can
Huge
test.
difference.
All right. Would you rather? Would you rather? Hear me out, okay? I'm sorry. Would you rather a chocolate bar that tastes like shit? You got to eat it.
It tastes like actual shit. Though.
Yes, a chocolate bar. It's chocolate, but it tastes
It
like
tastes
shit.
like human shit.
Or an actual piece of shit that tasted like chocolate. Which
Right.
one you
Chocolate
eat?
bar that tastes like shit because it's not actual shit.
That's
But it would
exact-
taste
yeah.
exactly like
But it's not.
shit.
But it's not actual
they
shit.
mold
Kyle.
someone-
I'm
It's a
eating the
child, a
shit
chocolate?
that tastes like chocolate.
So you're gonna eat shit. You're gonna
Oh,
eat
God.
pieces of shit for
I
breakfast.
will,
Yeah.
I will,
Actual
because
shit.
at that point it's not even shit in my mind. It's like, oh, this
Yeah.
tastes like chocolate.
No, it's definitely shit.
Wait.
It's not just in your mind. It's in
Here-
your hand because
Doesn't
you're
matter.
eating it.
Hold
The
on.
taste is good. I'm good with it.
Here's something really important. What do they smell like? Does the shit actually smell like
Smell like they
shit?
taste.
They smell like they
it's- no, it
taste?
smells like chocolate, tastes like chocolate,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it is in fact
Shit.
a piece of shit.
And it
Right.
and it tastes and it looks like chocolate, but it smells and tastes like shit.
Right. Dude,
Right.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to stomach
Chocolate.
it.
It's gonna
I,
smell
there's
like-
no way I'd be able to
no,
stomach
but-
it.
yeah.
The taste would just
I'm
kill
going.
me.
The
I'm going with
fuck
the
wouldn't-
shit that's
Yeah.
chocolate.
No, just off of my experience with jelly beans, and I've said this, but we've had a conversation about these jelly beans. Everybody's had them. Jelly beans that taste like fish guts,
Right.
Yeah.
earwax,
Boogers and-
boogers,
right.
vomit. Dude, that was
Dude,
that and the fish
disgusting.
guts was like one of the worst things
Yeah.
I've ever tasted in my life. So
Yeah, when they
with
taste
real
like
food
grass.
or not, it was just grass. I could eat grass though. I
Yeah,
mean,
grass
if
not
we're
bad.
talking about grass, that's simple stuff.
Grass.
It
Yeah,
is
like
when it
grass,
tastes
like branch of grass.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like
So
human, yeah.
that
Yeah,
that's
grass is
what
really
leads
good
me to believe that I would much rather have an actual piece of chocolate in my hand before I even talk about eating it than an actual piece of shit in my hand. And then when
Is
you
it
actually
shaped
all,
like
it is,
when you're
all
chewing
it
it,
is
when you're
processed food through some
Kyle, you remember that time-
body.
That's
Kyle,
all it is, Kyle.
That's all it is. That's all you
That's
gotta
all
think
it
about.
is.
That's all it is. It's a
But
pile
then
of
if
shit.
it tastes good, I can get through that before I can get through something that actually tastes
But
like
does
Kyle.
literal
the actual
shit.
shit, is it shaped like shit?
No,
too?
yeah, it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're eating a turd. What?
Yes, it's a piece of shit. It just
No,
tastes like
bar
chocolate.
I
tastes like
can't-
shit. or
piece of shit that tastes like that. Yeah, it just
so,
tastes like chocolate and smells like chocolate, but
But
it
it's
looks
actual
exactly
shit.
like a piece of shit.
Nah, I could
You know
trick
what?
my mind into
Kyle, let me
thinking it's
just
fine.
and
Oh,
not
God.
not everybody knows, but they're about to know, and I'm glad we're
could.
doing this.
See,
because-
that's a superpower in and of itself.
Oh, hey, this just in, guys. I just got a Tinder match. Let's see what she looks like. Hold on, wait. Let's see.
it was about swipe left or swipe right.
Let's see. Wait, hold up.
All right,
He's about to do. Would you rather swipe left
It's freaking.
or swipe right?
Get
Kyle.
off the Wi-Fi.
If I could bring us back to a time where you once ate a dog treat,
That is very true.
I did.
okay?
And
remember
said the
that.
flavor wasn't bad. It was just
You ate a
the
texture.
flavor wasn't bad, but
Texture
it was
terrible. It was
so.
it fell apart in my
Imagine
mouth.
eating a piece of shit.
It's also texture.
I don't wanna
Textured like
imagine
shit.
that.
Yeah, exactly. So, chocolate bar. I think we're like 50. We're almost 50 on this right now.
I can't wrap my brain around
I'm
it.
gonna go
Whoa,
chocolate
whoa,
bar
whoa.
that tastes like shit because just
Okay,
my
wait.
experience. With
And
dog
the whole
treats.
premise
it's
of the
gotta be.
question, would you rather? I would rather neither. There's no rathering
Well,
involved.
if it's just the two.
I don't want to rather either.
All right, how about this? Would you rather a rewind button for your life or a pause button for your life?
Rewind.
Why?
Because I can keep going back in time. I wouldn't have to pause to extend
And
time.
and this is where the stipulations come in. We start thinking as
no,
wondering
there's no
minds.
steps. You didn't give steps
Do you
from your
remember
initial
what?
question.
Do you remember what you rewound?
Yeah. You remember that exact time that you want to rewind?
Then
to?
I'm with Mariah
Yeah,
because
then-
why would you need a pause at that point? Because you could
Especially
just
if
go
that's
back
a
and do
shitty
it
moment.
over again.
Yeah.
If you can remember when you rewind,
But
Okay,
what if
don't
Would it
you're
be
on a
like that?
vacation and you want to just pause it and you can let that you can let it
rewind
ride
to the
out as
very
long as you want.
beginning, Right.
Would it be
after
like
you
a
sleep
Zach
quickly.
Morris pause, like back on Saved by the Bell when he would pause it?
No, the
Everybody
time
was-
pauses. No, the time pauses. Time.
Okay.
That means you don't age. You don't do anything. Everything.
but
stay-
everything
you can
is
live in that
paused.
moment for as long as you want.
The only thing I
Really?
can see is the whole moment pausing with you, like the moment's still moving.
That's what
in
I'm
that-
asking.
It's
that
moving.
frame of
Everything's
time.
moving around. You know, and it's not just pausing
Well,
like.
I'm trying to pause like on a lunch break and take an extended nap. But if time's still moving, I'm
No,
just,
time is not moving. Time stays
so
still.
everything pauses
that one moment,
except
so I
you.
could nap
except you.
indefinitely.
You're unpaused, thinking and contemplating and conscious.
I was
everything
wondering
else
if
is
you were
paused.
like going through a pause scene or reliving.
So you
the
can't
scene.
really enjoy the moment. You can only enjoy that brief moment. That moment you paused in is the only thing you can enjoy.
And
You
you would
can't
still
enjoy
have to go back 3
anything
seconds
before.
It
or
doesn't
after.
specify though whether everybody else
Well-
pauses, or you could just pause that moment in time
That means
and
you're living on a
enjoy
loop
it.
for that pause moment, though.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why in my mind, even that
Like it's
the
super
fact that
cool.
we're having this conversation right
I mean,
now,
I would have picked rewind. I would have
Yeah.
picked rewind anyway, but I'm
So
trying
what?
to.
Who are you debating right now?
I don't know. I was just trying to make. I was just trying to make it more.
Byron,
like,
are you rewind or pause?
Oh, man, I think way too deep into this
I know
stuff.
that's the part of
Um,
it. That's why it's
yeah.
fun.
If you could rewind consciously and not just be like hitting the reset button and then you go back and you're
Yeah,
not-
because
you
then
don't
you'd
even
be
know you
mistaken.
were-
You
Yeah,
would
you
know.
could
Yeah,
make the
no,
mistake.
I wouldn't-
same
I wouldn't
mistake
do
over and
that.
over again.
I would do pause over that. But if I could consciously rewind, yeah.
I
Well,
think- I think in a
consciously
movie-
rewind to where you could change shit. Is what you saying?
Yeah, conscious, like you know
Yeah,
what
like,
happened, so when you rewind, you can do it
unconsciously
differently.
Going, okay, I'm gonna go back 10 years, and I'm aware when I go back that I rewound to that point.
But 10 years, like if you rewind to 10 years, there's no fast forward button. You have to live through those 10 years again.
Right,
Oh,
yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
weigh
So
that.
that's another
correct.
thing.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so you
Mariah.
gotta
like,
watch.
if I rewind
that's
24
very
years.
good point, and you gotta watch how far you go back.
You're like,
with this question
Yeah, 'cause
just
it's
makes
not
me
time
think of
travel.
click.
Oh wow!
This
yeah,
is
that-
before
that,
Adam
changes
Sandler.
everything. No, that changes everything.
Yep.
If you gotta relive the whole thing
Right, if I
again,
just
well,
need
yeah,
to go
you can't
back,
fast
yeah.
forward it.
But
back
if
through
you
it.
had the rewind button, you don't need to go back 10 years because you did that 10 years ago. 5 minutes after it happened, you was like, "Brrrt." all right, let's keep going.
So you were rewinding your whole life. This power goes back with
in
you at birth.
in intermittent stages. Yeah, when you make a mistake or do something you regret or blow your
then,
teeth
dude,
out.
that
or-
can change everything.
yeah,
That
You don't
can
know?
change everything.
rewind button.
I
Cody?
could think about.
Cody?
I go back right before Facebook started, and I'd make something.
That's the thing. You could do whatever you want. You could create what someone else created because
Yeah.
you know.
What's up, Cody? What you got?
I'm gonna go with pause.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the pause
Okay.
button.
Why,
'Cause I fe-
why so?
Because I feel like if you have the rewind button, you're just gonna meticulously rewind
every
constantly
single
Yeah.
moment.
throughout
That's
your
my
life.
only
That's
fear
true,
about it.
dude. That's
That'd
true.
be my only fear
So-
about it is
Days
everything
turns
you think
20
you could do
like, yeah.
differently. Now you're
You know how
living
much
every
longer
moment
your life
twice.
would take?
3
Oh,
times.
jeez.
Yes,
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with pause.
that's
just
very fair, Cody.
Yeah.
and you can also
Valid.
just like have a break in life, you know. Like
Yeah.
you could just hit the
Yeah.
pause
No,
button for like
Dude,
2
hey, I'm
hours.
with you
literally
on
hit
that,
the
dude.
pause
I'm with you
button.
on that.
Yeah,
Just chill
no,
out and-
literally hit the pause
In
button.
that
Dude,
case, I
once
would
you
want
dive
time to
into
freeze
it a little
around.
bit, hey, things start to become clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad we can't do either.
Next.
All right. Last one for tonight. True love. Would you rather have true love or $10 million? $10 million.
Am I
I know we're
broke with true
2020.
love?
Hey, you what?
Am I broke with true
No,
love?
you're average, just regular
Yeah.
income.
You're as you are now.
Yeah.
So I can't be equal to a
As you
millionaire in
are
this case.
now, but with
I,
true
are
love.
you a 10
Man, I
millionaire
really
right now?
feel like you need to
I'm
like
just
up the
saying,
game
we're
a
doing a
little bit.
situation. This is hypothetical. Hell yeah, I'm a 10 millionaire.
No, current living situation plus
Ah.
true love or
Ah.
$10 million.
Oh, well, that's easy for me. That's easy.
Oh, Kyle, I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about your feelings before I said that. I'm so sorry,
That's
buddy.
Easy.
It's like, I have a roommate.
Actually, you know what, dude? I've been enjoying living with my best friend of my entire life more than I've ever enjoyed living with any woman that I've ever lived. Because, like, dude, when I get home, guess who's not bitching? My roommate. Guess who's like, dude, hey, look what I got. I just cooked some wings. I'm like, that's awesome.
He's like a human dog.
Yeah, dude, it's the best.
He's like,
it's the,
"I'm so glad
it's
to
the
see you,
best
dude."
thing ever.
Yeah.
It's the best
What's
thing
up,
I've ever
bro?
done.
You been going all day? What's up, bro? Check it out.
Yeah.
Wings.
Dude, dude, nothing. Like, I don't have to hear anything. It's the best, dude.
Kyle.
It is the
Well,
best.
who's to
Kyle.
say that if you had true
I
love,
was
that
gonna
that
say,
wouldn't be
yeah.
the same?
Yeah,
as
maybe
having your
so,
buddy?
yeah.
It's called true
Well, no, true love.
love.
True love. So if
It's
it was
Disney
like,
right
if
now.
it was like perfect, like to
So
where
y-
there was never any kind of like,
animosity.
well, yeah, I don't have to hear.
Bickering.
I think this for me, the
I saw
biggest
that you
thing-
liked old girl's picture on Facebook. What's that about? If I don't have to hear none of that or just whatever, you know what I mean? That's different.
So I think this would have, for me, this would impact you the most. Like, where you are right now, would you rather just be stinky rich and have the options to invest your wealth and live how you want
But
to?
I would never find true love. That's the
That's
trade-off.
yes.
the
That's it.
trade-off.
That's it. You're gonna have $10 million, and I mean,
To this point, I don't think I've ever found it anyway. So I'm gonna take the 10
He's
mil.
copping out.
Yeah, you only got like 20, 25 years left anyway.
Exactly. So I'm gonna live
Yeah,
it.
let's go ahead and get
Give
that
me the
cash.
10. Give me the 10 mil.
Give me the payout.
yeah, you could find something.
Uh,
with $10
dude, I
million.
could find-
Hey, you can find.
I
It might
love,
not
I
be
love
true
playing
love.
chicks for a night or two.
Hey, it might not be true love, but $10 million gets you somewhere.
It's kind of this is this is one of those questions neither me or Chris can really
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me.
I,
because
I need true love.
I know. So
True love, baby. You hear me? I just said it. I love you.
when you feel like you got that, it's like, well, obviously I've already got that, so let me get the 10 million. But at
True
the
that.
same, but in the same token, are you losing what you have
Yes.
to get that
Oh,
10
yeah.
million?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Because
I
if you
would
can't
imagine.
gain it, you can't keep
Yeah.
it, I guess. Yeah.
Because if you already have it,
I wonder if she'd come back if I had $10 million. That changes things, man.
10 million to me, like 10 million. God, this sounds so like I'm balling. I'm
yeah,
not.
dude. Oh, can't hide money,
But,
Byron.
I mean, you know how fast you can blow through 10
Yeah, but you
million?
could also, you know how fast you can invest.
You
and make
could
a lot more
ruin.
money.
Yeah,
too?
you can. Yeah, no, rightfully so. But you could also ruin your life. Easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
mean, look at-
you
look
could
all-
do that with way less. Than
Look
$10
at the
million.
people that win the lottery, and within 5 years they're
Yeah, they
Worse
spend it all on
off.
strippers and
Yeah.
cocaine. And
No,
Yeah.
I think that would be
football
for me,
players, basketball
For me,
players.
that would be what it is. If I had the $10 million to be able to make it into something more,
Yeah. Invest it.
you know, but it's tough, you know.
you can live your
So, 'cause
life. You can be financially free and not have to not
No,
have
no,
to
no.
clock a
See, but this is the thing. I always go on my deathbed. Am I gonna go, man? I'm glad I got money in the bank, or am I gonna go, who's by my
But
side?
you've lived
Right,
your
yeah.
you've lived life to the fullest because you do whatever you want.
Yeah, but if you don't have
Did you
anybody
live it to
do
the fullest
with,
if you don't have nobody to love?
You
I
get,
would
dude.
assume
I will
that'd be
go
an
with you.
equivalent.
I'll
It-
go wherever you
'Cause-
want to go.
No, you're
'Cause
right,
you
you're
would-
right.
I'll go
Yeah,
wherever you
yeah,
want to go.
that's
We could have great times, dude.
I would
Dude,
grow older.
I would go, dude. I will be by your side.
I'll be your best bros of ever. Bro Tato chip.
we'll
bro
take
Montana.
the best selfies together.
Yeah, dude, it'd be the best.
I don't do handies, but we can spoon. Okay, $10 million is a lot of money.
Oh, Lord.
Oh shoot! I mean, That's a tough. I think for me that's the toughest one. You know, I'm gonna eat the chocolate bar that tastes like shit, but for me that was really tough. Having love and you know everything.
That's kind of what love is like
Because
sometimes.
it's
though.
just like, to me, I look at
It's
it like this.
It's like a chocolate
What if
tasting
you found
piece of
true love? Hold up. What if you found true love and then like she died?
Wow.
Well, you
then
just
you're-
gave up $10
then you're
million.
stuck.
This just went
Yeah.
dark.
Right.
Gave up $10 million. That's
That's,
it. You made your
well,
choice.
that sucks.
Life isn't fair.
You know,
Sucks for you.
it's kind of like how Dak Prescott
Oh.
turned down
Oh.
$38 million and then
No,
Mm.
I keep replaying it in my mind.
yeah, and then
so
just
bad.
completely.
got shat on.
No,
yeah.
No, he got shat on. He didn't
So
shit in the
bad.
bed.
You know
got
why he was
shat on.
crying? He wasn't crying in pain.
He was
crying because he
all
knew he
that
screwed up.
money.
No, I'm pretty sure he was crying because that
It was both. It was
I'm
like-
pretty sure he saw the dollar signs fly out the top of the
That was because
Arlington
he was about
Stadium.
he was about to pass out unconscious because his foot was facing the wrong direction from his leg.
Yeah,
I would have passed out on the field. I'm not
it
gonna lie
could
to
be
you.
crying from both. How about that?
He could have been. but
He initially was crying from the pain, and then when he
he
realized,
knew,
like,
dude. He knew damn good and well at that moment. He knew.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when he tried to move his leg and his foot didn't follow,
yeah, he's like, hey, it's facing the wrong way, guys.
Like,
Come out here.
oh,
it's so bad.
It's just my
Oh,
life
God.
over. That's all.
Look, true love makes me think about this thing that's going on right now. And you know how I feel. I get the laughs out the Facebook. I don't post much because I just look and laugh at people a lot. Then and now, how everybody's doing that.
The then and now.
I'm probably part of one if it hadn't already happened via my wife. Thank you, I love you. If it hadn't already happened, she takes care of that for me. It probably will happen, but the then and now, funniest shit ever.
well,
And it's not the ones that are still married that get it.
the then and now, dude, the then and now stuff, man, like that. I mean,
I'm
it's
sorry.
cool because
So
like
we're
with
talking
some-
about the then and now challenge.
then and now. Okay, so like
When
whenever
people-
you
when
get
they
with
first
your
met-
when
first
they
got
first
married,
met, and
or,
they
yeah,
or
so
when,
they
or
took
when
a
they
picture
first
together.
their first date, whatever
Sadie
it is,
Hawkins.
to married 15 years later with
Yep.
14 kids and they're miserable.
Okay.
But they
Dang, God.
Jesus Christ, almost spit beer everywhere.
whatever.
No, yeah. Hey, no. Speaking of that, it does make you think though. What if your spouse, say your spouse is also on social media, and they opt not to do that challenge? Should you be worried? You know,
I'm
Right.
not.
like
I'm not.
so why we're not doing the
Yeah.
then and now challenge?
I'm not worried that if she doesn't do that, because I would hope she's not worried that I just don't do that out of,
Same, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, and I'm like that as well. I
Like,
mean,
hey,
my wife's not
everybody,
on social
look at
media,
me
Yeah.
and look
but
at,
That
You know there are
argument has
couples
gone
that-
down.
you know, there's couples that are out there that are.
So
Yeah.
you ain't gonna get on a challenge? Am
Well-
I not worthy of a then?
Yeah, that's
in
what
the
I'm
words
saying.
of my sister, at the end of the day,
Listen,
it all boils down to it gives me a reason to post a picture of me and my person or whatever, and you get to see how falsely happy we are.
Yeah.
We are so happy on Facebook. And then once I click off of Facebook, it's back to my miserable
you know,
marriage.
and I
Yeah.
see it, and I don't know if
Hurt
it's just.
you. I mean, Jesus.
I don't want to be like the old
Hey,
timer.
dude, I
like,
hate to be, I hate to be,
There
I
is
hate to be
love
that
out there.
guy, but let's be real, dude. Like
Yeah.
all these people in these marriages, most of them
it
miserable.
It's becoming more and more apparent. Like, to me, people that I see, and they're like,
Miserable.
especially the ones that post on Facebook, like both him and her posting positive stuff. I love my wife, I love my guy, and then 2 months later they're getting divorced. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
Like, it's kind of a
no,
fo-
you don't see it in closed, behind closed doors,
Right.
dude. It's a shit show.
yeah, it's a force feeding thing. They're trying to force feed.
Yeah, like,
their
look
marriage.
how happy I am, and give me all the likes and loves and wows, because you're so
Y'all
you're
are
so wowed by my happiness.
You know what makes me
And then
laugh?
2 months
though?
from now, I'm filing for divorce.
I'm so much happier than you are.
And I'm going to shock the world. Of all 388 of my friends, they're going to freak out.
I have a lot of friends, you know.
Must
I have so many friends.
Must be
They're
nice,
going to
Kyle.
freak out when they realize I was lying on my bullshit Facebook post.
But you know what's funny is whenever you see the couples post and the woman decides she's gonna filter the shit out of it, like
Oh, yeah.
to the point to where the guy looks like a chick,
Yeah, I saw that the other day, dude. I have a okay,
You're like,
and this
you know
dude's
he
like,
must be thrilled.
This dude's such a dude, bro. Like he's like a Harley riding dude, like man.
Yeah,
man.
he's like, I just built a
Man,
log
man.
cabin.
Like
bare
I
hands.
have a wrench in my pocket because I'm such a man. And then like, so they take a picture, and it's into, and he's got lipstick on because she put the filter on, and she's like, dude, you should, your old lady just made you look like a bitch, and you're like one of those manly men.
That dude seen that post, went outside and
get on
constructed
your
a
get on your
cabin.
Harley Davidson now, you fairy.
That pink paint job on there.
Dude, it's bad. I saw it, dude. I was like, that's messed up. And I know he's like boiling inside when she posted that because that dude's not having that shit. Period. That's why you can't do, look, even when you're doing couples photos, you can't put them girly ass filters on there. You just can't.
Oh man.
The filters heavy.
Filters are ruining everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
It really
bone
is.
structure and everything.
No, everything.
Yeah.
It's false images, false advertising.
Yeah, I look like this all the
I
time.
know-
Fake news.
I know it's fake.
It's fake news.
Hey, what are you talking about? This is me. I look like this all the time. And it's giving them a false, like, oh, no, this is what I look like. Every time I post a picture, I look like this. So obviously I look like that. No, you don't. You look like dog shit in real life. But you put some parsley and some garlic powder and shit, and now you're like a seasoned turd on Facebook.
She's a chocolate turd.
And they give credit to the essential oils that they're selling.
Yeah, but and that's another thing. These dudes they comment, right? Oh man, it's so hot, and then but you're not seeing what she really looks like in person.
Yeah, most guys don't care though. If they,
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
when you're talking about that kind of guy that's actually gonna, oh my God, you look so hot. I think your boyfriend's so lucky. They don't care what they really look like. They're just trying to.
Get them DMs.
But you know what? If I sent a penis picture to a woman with the dog ears
wouldn't
and
do that,
with
though.
the dog ears and the
Would
tongue
it put
coming
the-
out of the top,
but-
do you think that makes a difference?
What would it put the dog ears on the penis?
Well, yeah. If I put
I
the
thought it was
filter
like a
on with the
face
dog
thing.
ears and the tongue on my penis and send it to her,
I don't.
is
I don't-
that the same?
Kyle, either you got
It's close.
experience with this, or
Moving on.
I don't think that'll work.
Moving on.
I really don't think.
Like,
that'll
look, this is exactly what it looks
Let's
like.
go ahead and hit that rewind button. The rewind button.
work. We're gonna rewind.
The pause.
No.
That magic power to rewind.
Pause.
Let's go ahead and do that right
No,
now.
filters are ruining things. I mean, for me,
It's bad.
I like my lady, no makeup, just raw. I'd
Yeah.
rather that.
Yeah.
I like that. That true beauty is beauty.
Well, it-
Me too. Me as well. I
prior
like
to the
that.
filter thing,
I like it.
what was the predecessor to the filter thing? It was the lip thing. I'm gonna get my lip out about
duck, what they
kick
call
us
it,
up a
duck
notch,
mouth.
Mariah.
or
duck
something.
lip.
Duck lip.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
get the
when it's
lip,
up a notch.
a little 15% of the
Yeah,
duckage.
and yeah. Before the filters, you squeeze your face like that, and you just kind of make your face like.
You look like you just got punched in the upper lip.
Yeah, I mean, just
And-
lose.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
I don't care how minute you do it. Everybody knows you're poking your lip out.
No.
Stop it.
Yep.
That ain't your lip.
Anybody?
Good.
Dude, your nose is so shiny.
It's because it's 98 degrees in here.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all remember 98 degrees? Speaking of which,
We've done that already.
you know what? Hey, they had Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, but nobody ever talks about 98 degrees.
Yo, I talk
or
about Lip
O-Town.
Shay all the time.
There's a reason.
Remember
for
O-Town? No,
No.
nobody remembers O-Town. They suck. What was the song they did from
Because I
O-Town?
want it all. Yeah, I knew that.
He had that ready.
Damn, Byron was
No, no,
ready.
no, no.
He was singing it.
No,
in his
no,
Wait,
head.
how,
no, no.
how does it go? How does it
No.
go? Because I want it all. How's it go?
Because I want it all.
That was O-Town.
Yeah, that was O-Town. Yeah,
They
that-
would definitely.
If you
a
want to
one-hit wonder.
laugh your ass off, go look up the
Oh, the
music
video.
video that O-Town did to try to launch themselves. It is grade A cheese.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It is grade A cheese.
That's awesome.
It's so good. It's so good. O-Town, baby.
That
They
just-
should do a
That
reunion.
just makes me think of all Creed videos.
Oh, what?
Creed's
Creed?
awesome,
Yeah.
man.
No, Creed. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Oh, Creed.
Creed's amazing.
Yeah.
yeah. How,
Can you take me higher?
Just think like
Wow.
tight black leather pants.
Wait, Blind men see. Yeah.
Tight leather pants, no shirt, long hair, real wet for some reason.
always soaking wet.
So hot in here.
Always soaking wet.
So hot in here, guys.
Yes.
Jesus. We're gonna figure out
You
this
know what
this
the
climate
old-
situation in this studio for so wet, because it's getting a little.
We need more AC on the AC. Oh,
Jesus.
You
For
know
anybody
what?
that wants to know why you hear that zzz the whole time in the background, it's because we have a window unit in here.
Kyle, nobody hears that.
And
Yeah, nobody cares about
whatever,
that.
but-
He's
Nobody
what-
hears
This
it.
is a
You always
silent
gotta
complaint.
like.
We edit that out, Kyle. There's a
Oh,
reason
we
we
edited
edit
it
it
out.
out.
He's
We edit out that sound, okay?
he's always got that confession point.
Yeah. You know what? I have something to say.
Somebody needs to hear this, okay? We have an AC unit.
It's not central AC in here, okay?
We're on a budget.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of circulating fans blowing back and forth.
Tight budget.
A little tight. Little tight
A
budget.
real tight budget.
We going a little tight budget. Little sweet tight budget.
How much of that budget do you contribute to?
Oh, like 6 inches of tight budget.
All right, don't get carried away.
Whatever. Hey, you know what?
You know what? You know what filters make me think about? Like old school for me is whenever before you had like all the internet. I'm gonna go throwback. It's when you just like talking on the phone to somebody.
Before?
Yeah, talking on the phone or messaging with somebody or maybe like AOL message, but really hearing somebody's voice. It makes me think about it all the time. You talk to somebody on the phone, especially, and you hear their voice, and you like start to picture what they look like, and then you actually see them. You're like, you're not the same person you
Nope.
sound like at all.
Yep. No, there was
Man,
a
who?
there was a lady that I used to talk to on the phone with work for like 2 years, like setting up stuff. She was like some systems analyst or whatever, and I was like, God, she sounds super attractive.
Oh yeah, that happens
Oh,
all the
this is
time.
how sex lines
Yeah, I
get
thought
it.
she was young, mid-20s. I had this whole picture in my mind, and I wouldn't, And then the internet started coming along a bit more, and they had like a profile on her email that
Yep,
you could
that changed
click on,
everything.
and you
See,
could
that's the
you could learn it.
change.
I was like, no.
That's the change.
And
That's
there was-
the change I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
That shift from when you just had it in your head to the now filtered world of even though she might look like this, still not the same.
Yeah.
Like Kyle said, you walk up and you're like, you're not the same person I clicked on.
No.
Oh, no, he's no. How many times, Kyle?
We'll save the
Countless?
for the next podcast. Your catfish.
Countless? Has it been countless times, or is it just a handful of times, Kyle? Where
Were you ever
where you-
wowed?
Where you walked
Like
up
you-
and you're like, you are
It's
not
always-
the person I
Wow.
came
Did
here.
you
It
go,
is-
wow?
It is almost always a disappointment to a certain degree.
Have you ever not been disappointed? Has it ever been the other way? We're like,
Oh yeah,
Hashtag.
there is one that
There's
I
one-
was not disappointed whatsoever. And guess what happened?
She was a dude.
She ghosted me. No. She ghosted my
Her
ass.
dick was bigger
Wow.
than mine.
She ghosted me, dude.
well, how do you know she was better if she ghosted you? Oh, you mean y'all went out
Wow.
went out.
and then disappeared? Okay, I got you.
Just completely vanished off the face of the earth.
Bet you wish you
Wow.
had the rewind button.
Yeah. Look.
She saw your
She
podcast
was- look,
and she was
she
like,
was-
I'm out.
She was gorgeous, dude. Like, she was even better in person than when she was in those pictures. And I'm like, wow.
So did her pictures
So
have
my
filters?
whole my whole game changed. Whenever you really into somebody, you turn into a complete idiot, dude, because you're like, oh my god, this is, like you turn into that person.
I think
so
I
you,
remember
all
this.
game goes out the window. Yeah,
You-
you remember
yeah.
that? Yeah, you remember? Dude, I talked to you in the office about it.
Yeah,
dude.
and I was like, why did you do that?
Yeah, so whenever you get excited about somebody, dude, everything changes. Your whole approach to getting that person, or like the game that you're gonna play on that person, it just goes out the window because you're like, oh my god, like what if I don't talk to her? She's gonna think I'm not interested.
You
Yeah.
overthink it.
Get in your head.
Overthink
Yeah.
it,
in your head.
and you're out of there.
Overthinking probably
Wait,
ruins
that
it.
happens to guys?
You got to treat her like she's an ugly chick, just like the rest
To
of them.
overthink? Yeah, if you find that girl that you're actually like
Look, if you treat it
legitimately
like they're
interested
just a
in,
normal, regular, ugly person that uses filters on their pictures and looks disgusting in person, then you can get them. But since she doesn't, you're like all excited about like, oh my god, this is the one.
Yeah.
No, she's like crickets. That's all you get.
Was it like that
That-
before filters, where you were mentally prepared because it was raw? You seen it?
Oh
That's
yeah,
exactly what it
of
was.
course. You know what you're getting into, so it's not a disappointment when you see
Even
them.
when
Like, it's
even
like-
when they're like tens, they're like smoking hot.
yeah, filters
You're like,
are
there's
doing-
no way I'm going on a date with this
Well,
chick. Were you
the
still
only-
as comfortable?
the only
when you
time
got there?
the only time that could happen like back then was when they put older pictures up when they were like skinny,
Yeah.
and they look fucking awesome. And then you see them and they
Go
gain
ahead.
40 pounds.
Go ahead.
They gain 40, 50 pounds. And it's like, you're not the same person. Who are you? You know? So nah.
What about in reverse, where they were like, they had 40 pounds, but they were already attractive.
They
and
would have
then they
updated
lost?
social media 30 times along that process.
Yeah.
Nobody loses 40 pounds and just comes out the blue and is like,
Well, not nowadays.
no. They're gonna take
Minute by minute.
They will take daily selfies in the gym, letting everybody know I lost a half a pound today, 2 pounds yesterday.
Well, it's just more accessible now. I mean, back in the day when you had to upload your picture onto MySpace, that was different. You know, I was like, I took it, but
Yeah.
it took me like 3 weeks to get it off my camera.
Yeah.
It took me like
Computer.
4 hours to download it onto my computer.
Right.
One
It
JPEG.
it was a big ordeal. It was a
So
big
that
to-do.
picture is already a month old before it got up there. Nowadays, it's like I just
I just
just
took it
stepped off
3
the I
seconds
just
ago.
stepped off the treadmill, and
Right.
the perspiration is still dripping down my body. It didn't.
But you
wipe my
can't see
face.
it because I got an awesome filter on that is going to filter all that out.
Is Snapchat to blame for all that? Is that the one? What
I think,
other
yeah, no,
Snapchat is the
Yeah.
the majority of what
Yeah,
chicks
because
use.
I
when
don't
they
know.
made it big, everybody else took it
Yeah.
and was like, "Okay, we're putting filters."
It's kind of
on
one of those things.
Facebook
Once
and
you
everything
start, it's a premise, and you can't go back.
No, because now that's what you look like to everybody, so
Yeah.
you got to keep that up.
Yeah, so it's like
You put an unfiltered picture on there, people you're gonna get like 12 likes.
Yeah, people are gonna be like, "Are you on drugs now?
What happened? What
Did you see so
aged
so?
10
She's on
years.
drugs."
You have crow's feet? You have like look at those lines on your forehead. Yeah,
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 yeah.
Because it's real life.
You have a lot of stress in your life.
Yeah, I
turn
got,
into-
I got 3 kids. Yeah, yeah. I'm drowning in my life right now. Yeah, that's what I really look like.
God, dog.
Yeah. Why don't you just show your real self, dude? Like, what's gonna hurt? It's not gonna hurt. Just
Well, it hurts
that way
them.
we-
It hurts them. That it lessens their
whatever,
chances.
dude. You're not showing me who you
You're-
are.
so- but the thing is,
That's not you.
you're not gonna swipe.
That's who you wish
You're
you
not
were.
gonna swipe on them. Though,
That's a
if
Bob
they're
Ross
real.
painting of yourself. Huh?
Who you wish you were.
You're not gonna
Hey,
swipe
guess
on them
what?
if they don't.
If I could show a 27-year-old picture of myself every time, and that's me. No, it's not. I used to be a stud.
Oh, this is
A
Glory Day time.
stud.
Kyle, you still a stud.
No. No, y'all have no idea, dude.
I don't.
When I was 27, dude, shut it down. I was a stud.
This shit right here.
I'm not 27 anymore.
I saw a
But
picture.
guess what? I can't use my 27-year-old picture because if I did that, I know. I get heated. If I did
In the
that,
moment.
dude, they would be sorely disappointed when they saw me in person. Because guess what? I'm not 10 years younger anymore. I'm
The-
just not.
The conviction in his voice
I
is
know.
Have you
I'm
ever tried?
mesmerized.
I'm so curious. Just
I was
because
born in
you're-
84, not 94.
Hey.
I'm just so
Turn up.
curious
You know
if
what I
you've
mean?
ever tried that.
Hey, real quick, I saw a picture of you from like 10 years ago. Didn't you have a shaved head? And
I
looked,
did.
looked like you came straight out the penitentiary.
Straight out the pen,
Dude,
baby.
it-
You look like a stud, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was, oh,
You
yeah, I
look
was
like
still
some jail
studying.
bait.
Still studying with the shaved head. Yeah, it's gonna be that. I'm gonna go back to that pretty soon. Here, I'm. It's getting.
Yeah, we
that-
gotta
that
shave it.
old father time is
We're not
Taking
there
his
yet.
is hovering over my shoulder
Taking
right
its
now.
toll on my hairline.
Yeah, bastard.
I'm sorry, Kyle.
It makes
Yeah.
me.
Anyway,
It makes me think like you were, and I want to get too sensitive for you, but you were a fat boy too for a while though.
when I was married, right after my son was born, well, and during the pregnancy, my ex-wife was pregnant and stuff, so she was eating, whatever. So I was like, dude, there was like one night, not one night. We did this for like
No,
months.
it definitely wasn't just
months. Every night we'd eat like a bowl of ice cream and like a million Reese's Pieces.
Oh, I love Reese's.
Dude, ice
Dude.
cream will do it. Ice
Dude,
cream.
I
love
was
ice
up
cream.
to 207 pounds for me is unbelievably big.
Damn.
Yeah,
You got that
can't,
big?
I can't hold
It-
that
it-
weight
You
well.
got that big?
I don't
It
hold,
looks photoshopped. If you see pictures,
No,
of it.
I've
I
seen
don't know.
I've seen pictures. I
The
just
first
didn't
time
know.
I ever seen it,
I
I
hold
thought it was
weight
that
in my
big.
gut and I hold weight in my face. So I'm the worst person to gain weight. So when I saw a picture of myself that my ex-wife posted, I was like, and she posted on Facebook, and I'm just like, I saw it, and I felt the heat rise to my face. You know how, like, when you get embarrassed and like you feel the heat in your face. I'm like, dude, I got to do something. I can't look like this. So I stopped. I literally stopped eating carbs and all this stuff, and then I gauged my I kept track of my calories and stuff, and I lost like 40 pounds like pretty quick, like in a few months. And then I got
Yeah, very good,
and then
very good,
after
very
I
good.
got divorced, when I was separated, I got divorced. I was on that little depression diet, and I was living by
say,
myself. So I'd
I
go
just
home
had
at
no
night.
food.
I'd go home at night. Nobody was like, "Hey, what do you want to eat for supper?" So I just didn't eat supper. And so, dude, I got back to like high school weight. I was like 140 pounds, dude.
Either that or you put your
So
food
you go
in the
from
oven and just
207 to
passed out.
140. That's a huge difference.
Yeah,
And then
dude,
now that-
140 is tiny.
So that was the stud stage.
No, probably before the 140. Huh?
Oh no, before that, yeah,
Okay.
I was,
170,
dude, when I was in my
180,
20s, dude. I would, dude. If I could do,
Mowing them
if I could do
down.
it all over again, dude. Yeah.
If I could
Yeah, I would.
hit that rewind button.
Oh, dude. And then if I would have worked out on top of that,
Just
I'd
like-
be on, dude. No, don't even get me started.
Dude,
No, I don't plan on.
Again.
I don't plan on getting
Don't
you
even
started,
start.
Kyle.
dude finally had some bagel bites
was
in the
a-
oven, and he's
I
like,
was a
"Oh yeah,
stud-
I'm gonna tear these bagel
I was
bites
a
up."
stud muffin. Telling you. If you had a stud finder in here, that bitch would constantly be going over. Like, oh yeah. It's
That's
me.
me.
Let me get out of the room so you can actually find the stud in the wall, because it's just not gonna work when I'm in here.
Now
See,
while I'm
so
putting
much
all
of a
this
stud
pheromones off.
See,
with my
that-
sexy
Now not
body.
so much. I'm getting older. I'm getting the
Yeah,
crow's
you're
feet.
ugly as hell now.
Yeah. But it is what it is, dude.
Kyle, get
Nobody
outta
can
here.
hide from the time, man.
Kyle,
Nobody
get
can
outta
hide.
here.
No,
Right?
nobody can hide. from the time.
You're getting better looking as you age, buddy.
Like a
Mm.
fine
You really are.
wine.
Yeah.
We're cheap.
God
Oh,
bless
God
him.
bless
God
you.
bless him.
I'm good.
Lord have
Okay.
I
mercy.
don't know. I know Corona when I hear it.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Sorry, I always revert back to that one. No, Kyle, you really? I mean, Kyle, you killing it, dude. You look great. You really do.
I appreciate
Like
it, man.
Buddha.
I really do. I do. And this is one of those times where I wish I could read minds, and I could be like, dude, you be in your head, you're like, dude, he really does look like shit, but
You don't want to know what I'm thinking.
right.
Why
yeah.
is he so red right now?
Right.
Glistening in the sun.
Yeah.
I bet you were red yesterday with the Saints game, though.
Oh,
Dude, I was at the
Ooh.
bar, and we were all like, when the field goal was missed, the last field goal where he hit the pole or whatever, dude,
Oh my
it
gosh.
erupted. It was
Oh
awesome.
my gosh.
It was
Dude,
awesome.
I was covered. I was just lounging in my house. I was covered up on the couch, just trying to lounge and relax my body because, of course, my blood pressure was through the roof. But I threw my blanket off before he kicked. I'm like, ah, that's it. Threw my blanket off. Fuck this. Going to bed. And you almost could feel him miss the kick. When it hit the upright, I was like,
No,
Oh,
it was one
dude.
of those kicks for me. As
What?
it was in the air, I'm going, oh, he made it.
I know,
I-
that's it. Yeah.
It looked like he made it.
They had a guy in
yes,
the bar.
that-
The guy in the bar called it. He said he is going to hit the pole. He
Wow.
called it before it happened.
See?
Before he hit before he kicked it, the dude was like, "Oh, he's gonna hit the
Yeah,
pole."
he's got those
all good."
superpowers. He went back. He
And
rewind.
dude, and when he hit the pole, everybody was like looking at him, like, "Oh my god!" Like, we were all freaking out, dude. It
Dude,
was
no,
awesome.
I thought that's when I threw the blanket off. I thought he made it looked like it was going.
It was
in.
like-
I'm
it was an
oh,
inch.
That's it.
It was an inch that separated
That's
it from
that's-
going
that's all it
in
takes sometimes.
and bouncing out.
Oh,
And he had that inch.
No, it was as classic of a Saints game. Like your
Yeah.
typical, you will have a heart attack if you have heart problems watching this game.
Holy cow, the blood pressure, and I feel like we should be used to that by now.
Yes.
Yeah, I have
am-
high
yeah.
blood pressure to begin
I'm
with.
not.
I am. I knew the first half. I'm like, it's gonna be shit, and we're gonna climb back in it. Watch us climb back in it, and sure enough, we'll climb right back on in it.
I really think that it's all to do with getting in the groove. Sometimes they just take a long time to get in the groove, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
And I know we don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna just bring something up, and I want
here we
to
go.
give her a shout out because on our
Oh.
first podcast, Miss Davlin Nolan, okay, she actually made a comment asking what y'all's opinion, y'all being us,
she phrased it like that. What's
y'all-
y'all's opinion?
YAWLS. That's why you know she from the South.
That's my kind of
Y'all's
guy.
Yeah.
opinion on all the shit, and I'm gonna explain why I'm saying this. All the trash talking that went behind Drew Wilson's comment. Yes, I'm going there, dude, and bear with me. After Drew Brees' comment before the season started about him standing for the anthem. Okay. We tiptoe around this. We don't want to get too controversial, but I think that has a very big part in us not being able to find our groove. Because there is just this awkwardness in a team that used to be solid, a band of
Yeah.
brothers, should we speak.
Right.
Okay, for the most part. I mean, look, Michael Thomas been out since first game, and he finally is going to get a chance to come back in. He punches, Gardner Jr.?
Gardner
in the-
Johnson.
Johnson Jr. the third.
But
Gardner Johnson the third.
Right. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
C.J. Gardner Johnson. He punches him at practice. He's
Point-
finally getting
point.
a chance to come back after a very rough start to your season. Okay. After your guy, who in my opinion put you on the map and has done more for New Orleans than anybody on the New Orleans Saints team, organization, period.
Okay.
Drew Brees has done more for the city of New Orleans and people, especially of poverty, than anybody else. I've been wanting to say this since the beginning.
Unequivocally.
Without question, has done more for them ever in his career here and loves his city. The man has his own opinion, which everybody's entitled to, I believe. And I'm not going to dog nobody. If they got an opinion, great. We don't have to agree, but you can have yours. Dude had his opinion, got shit on by his best wide receiver. And I hope I'm not too bold in saying that. Are we finding a replacement for him with Emmanuel Sanders? All right, go ahead. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Lay it on me.
I actually would attribute the lack of.
I mean, you got to admit he's got to be awkward now.
I think
it's
it's-
got to be an
no.
awkward situation now.
I don't think so with that, to be honest with you. I think it's more of a we didn't have the preseason. We didn't have the usual build up to the season. You didn't have
Nobody did.
You don't have the fans in the stadium. You don't have that feeling that you're I mean, Drew Brees has been playing for God knows how long, and he's used to that feeling. A lot of these players, we got a lot of veteran players. We got a good mix of veteran and young players,
Yeah.
and they're used to that atmosphere, and it's just not there this year.
Yeah, but
So
my thing for that, and
I don't think
my only
I don't think Michael
dispute-
Thomas is running routes going. I still got a grudge against Drew Brees. I don't think that's the case.
Well, I would think that they would have had.
He doesn't. Evidently, now he has a grudge against Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, I mean
Like-
that's frustration.
Like, you got a poor attitude before we start the season, and now you're fighting with your own teammates, your own brothers. These boys are supposed
Yeah.
to be like brothers out there.
It's a
and you're
competitive
fighting
thing.
with them.
But you're talking about defense and offense. So they go up against each other all day, every day in practice. So although they're on the same team, they're competing against each other every single day. And when you got two We all know this. We've been around those ultra competitors. They can't turn it off, and y'all know who we talk.
Yeah.
They can't turn it off. It doesn't. It's a detriment. It's a good thing and a bad thing to them. They simply can't turn off when they're being too
It
competitive.
just makes me think of Adrian Peterson.
And we don't know all the details. You just don't
Well,
know.
that's what I was gonna say. Well,
Nah.
who
You get into
knows
some
what they
scruffles.
said behind closed doors to each other, dude? You know damn good well Breeze and Michael Thomas had talked after the fact.
Oh yeah.
And
They should have talked before the fact. In my opinion, they should have. They've been boys.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
He helped make his career before you start popping off at the mouth, hollering about all this negative shit.
It's called
Talk
emotion.
to your boy.
It's emotion. That emotion.
Nah, it's social media. It took him long enough
Yeah.
to make that video and post it. Think about what you about to say. Okay,
Yeah.
it's gonna get me fired up. I got a Thomas jersey in my closet I got for Christmas last year. I have yet to wear it this season because I'm so infuriated.
You got it, baby.
Infuriated.
You got it, baby.
Bear
You
with
got it,
me.
baby.
We're getting close to the end.
Oh, you feeling some type of
Feel
way?
it some type of way. Look, I'm so mad at the fact that, like, look, if me or one of you, Mariah, Cody, Byron, Kyle, Champ, if we had a problem, I would hope that we'd talk about it first before we shit talk each other on Facebook.
Right.
And we ain't been millionaires football stars for
not that
5
long.
years. No,
Not that
five,
long.
5 years.
Emotions are high. It's been that weird year, man. That I
Been
can't.
millionaires that long.
You know, as much.
And
as
I want to rationalize. I want to give them sympathy on that and say, but still, pump the brakes for a second.
Pump the
Talk to
brakes.
your boy, and if you still feeling some kind of way, then post. But almost immediately, almost immediately went and start blasting and shitting on him.
Well, the thing is, dude, the with the climate right now, dude, everybody, without question, will post their first
That's part of the
reaction
problem.
on things
That's the problem.
on social media. You can't do that.
In my opinion, that's the problem.
People live on social media now. You can't post every single thing that happens to you on social media or your thoughts. You just like you think about things that you're about to say before you say them to somebody. You need to think about the things you're about to say before you post it on social media.
And that's the thing. You have more time to think about it before you post. Like, if I'm talking to you
much
right
more
now,
time.
I have very limited time on what I have to think about to say to you before it comes out of my mouth. But I had time to shoot a video.
You're talking about
Yeah.
Malcolm Jenkins right now. Then you're not talking about Michael Thomas.
right.
Well, oh yeah, with the video.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything. But that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like, and so now you have that. Whether you want to believe it or not, there is always gonna be that awkwardness, that resentment, and it. I mean, it's not just in football. That's in life. That's a life thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
So,
For me, I try to look at the positive of it. That was before the season. Thank God that was not in the middle of the season.
yeah.
So they got it out the way. It's out the way. They can move past it. And I mean, everybody knows, man. When you're around somebody 24/7, I mean, these guys are getting in the building at 6 a.m. in the morning, practicing with each other. They're around each other all day, every day. It's high pressure situations. They're gonna pop off at each other every now and then. It's gonna happen. So I try not to put too much weight into it. Go out whenever it's first down, first drive of the game, put it behind you, play football, and I'm good. That's how I view it. I'm good.
It's a lot of testosterone, man.
It's testosterone's it's
That's why I can
Yeah.
understand the punch more so than the post.
yeah.
Because I understand.
I agree with you.
Football's
Instant
already
reaction.
high intensity. You out there 12 plus
And odds
hours
are
a
they
day.
had helmets on. I'm sure he didn't deck them in the nose.
Yeah, I'm sure. But your coaches, your team, your players, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
You don't, I mean, how often do you hear about something like that happening? And that proves my point. It's not often enough to where it's like that's commonplace. Like
Yeah.
every practice, a team's members are getting in a fight. Then it's like, oh, that's boys being boys. That's not something you hear about often.
Yeah. Now, I mean, what we hope is that we never hear about this kind of thing again. You don't have like a
Pray-
Terrell
yeah.
Owens type
No.
situation or a Chad Ochocinco.
I mean, you don't want it with anybody. You don't want it with anybody. I don't want it with any. I'm a peace. I'm a lover. You know, I just want everybody to be happy kind of situation. So that kind of shit just really gets to me because look, let's talk about it like men or women, whatever. Let's talk about it, discuss it, and go on from there. If we got to throw down after that, after the fact, then that's a whole nother thing.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
But let's talk about it.
Yeah.
If we can't resolve this, well, we'll go from
Well,
there.
the best remedy for any of that type of stuff is a win.
Oh, it's a win. And let's
that's
talk
what we
about,
got.
Let's really talk about that win.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we got it. That's the one game, because every Saints season you have that one game that you go, we should have lost that game 5 or 6 times.
Oh.
And somehow, some way, we did not lose. So that's it. Don't count on it again.
Yep.
No,
We're
yeah,
not going to get in the
at all.
fourth quarter again and crawl back in the game.
We usually have shit luck in that overtime.
Crawl,
Yeah.
crawl back
Shit
into the
luck.
game.
So, count your lucky stars. We got the win. It's 3 wins, 2 losses. Tied for top of the division, whatever you want to call
Yep.
it. It's still early in the
Yep.
season, but we're not going to get another game like that. So,
And I mean, it don't lack excitement.
Right.
Like, even though my blood was boiling at some points, you were in there the whole time. It wasn't a blowout
Are-
where you just like, well,
are
we
you a
got this one in the
stander?
bag.
Do you stand or sit?
Stand.
You're a
Yeah.
stander?
Well, it gets
Dude,
intense.
when
I
it
mean,
gets when it gets up there.
Mariah?
Standard.
Really, Cody? I sit.
sit.
Too. You would never know I'm tense.
Yep, that's it.
I sit.
On,
I chill.
I
Um,
can sit through a
no.
lot of it.
I look like I'm contemplating something. I got my little hand on my chin.
Really thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm just watching the game going, I am fully preparing myself for the worst to happen. And if it happens, I take a deep breath.
Let me ask you this: would you rather a blowout game where we just run away and it's
Yes.
obviously
You
Yeah,
don't
who
have to-
don't? Who doesn't want that?
You don't have
no,
to.
no, 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 no. But doesn't it make the game much more fun
No, I
whenever
wouldn't
you're
say fun.
at the edge of
I
your
think fun's
seat?
the wrong word. Kyle.
Shit's getting crazy. Your blood pressure's like, oh my god.
Intense.
I
You
like
mean,
it.
you
I
mean
don't
missing
like
a field
I
goal
prefer
for
that,
overtime and then
especially for
going
a
in and
win.
winning it
Yeah.
after a field goal?
I understand there's
close
so much
game.
more yeah, of course it could go either way, but at
It's-
the same time, dude, that's why we watch these games, dude, because it's
You
the
never know.
excitement, it's the
I mean, it's
stress.
still- it's-
like, dude, you feel that shit. Like whenever like when you're in overtime, holy shit, like that's the time you're on the edge of your seat. That's when the game is really fun to
Yeah.
watch. In my opinion,
Same
like
here.
when we're
And
kicking
Saints are
somebody's
famous
ass
for
and
that.
Yes,
it's
they are.
48 to 14, dude. People are leaving the fucking stadium.
Nah,
like, it's
give me
done.
that. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I'll take it.
I will still
Yeah.
watch and be
I
interested
get
the
it.
whole
No,
time.
I totally get it. But at
'Cause
the
you're
same
doing a lot
time,
of more.
there's something.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
there's
you
something,
celebrate
at
more.
the
Everybody's
same
having
time,
fun, let loose. You ain't
At the
worried.
same time, there's a lot to be said for a close game, a close good game.
No, yeah.
That you get to, and then, dude, at the end, it's that much more validating, and it's that much. It's that much more emotional.
But
when they won, dude, everybody was like losing their minds. Dude, that's cool to me. I like that rather than watching some boring ass game. Where
No,
we,
and I
Well,
really, I get that.
I think
I
your
get it.
setting, like you were watching it in a ballroom, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
so
awesome.
The setting means everything.
The
So-
Yeah.
setting is totally
Yeah,
yeah,
everything.
definitely.
setting is everything.
It is. But imagine if you had the game.
Yeah, so I'm like rocking my thumb. He's going to sleep. I'm just like keeping my cool.
We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this.
Like,
Like-
freak down.
Miss it. Miss it. Miss it. Miss it. Miss it. Oh no! He missed it.
No! Kid trying to sleep.
Speaking of which, the good and the bad. The good and the bad, I'ma just
I get it.
speak on it. So shit on the secondary. They barely keep up. Okay, if you want to make points on the Saints, throw in the secondary. But let's talk about the defensive line. Onyemata, Hendrickson, Cam Jordan, linebackers. I mean, our run stop and short game stopping defense is on point, in my opinion. If they start running the ball, shut them down.
Your boys almost ripped that dude in half at the last.
Dude,
last,
what?
Well, Lattimore
you saw
better.
that.
He better have.
He,
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
he
yeah, no
stopped
doubt,
his
no doubt,
body
no doubt.
moving forward
Right.
on the spot
Yeah, pull it back.
and
almost pulled his
him
head off.
ba- Yes,
at the same time.
yes, that dude's guts kind of squeezed up a little bit because he got pulled so tight.
Yeah, he better have. That's all I gotta
he
say.
better have
Because he got burned
so many
all
times.
game.
I'm telling you, and I've been saying it since we won. Our secondary, if our secondary was half as good
It's
as our
me-
offensive line,
It's mental errors.
it would be we'd be top defense in the NFL.
Yeah, we had
Our offensive line, like every time I see them make a play, I'm
that
like,
and the,
God, yeah.
That and the penalties, dude. The penalties has to stop.
It's
It
the
has to-
timing. It's the timing of the penalty.
Yes. So the biggest mistake, okay, the biggest F up, I'm going to say, is when we rough the kicker, when your boy tried to, like, he hit him.
Dwayne
and
Washington.
And he tried to, like, catch him so he wouldn't hit the
Don't fall
ground.
down. Don't fall- I got you. I got you.
No.
Don't put you
Cradle.
down.
I'm cradling him.
Right.
And rock the
Say, hey,
boat.
let me ask you this.
Yes.
Say if we would have caught him in midair,
Yep, and then set him down.
is that still
Nope.
still roughing the pass? I mean, roughing the kicker.
They can't call it at that point, in my opinion. I
you
thought about
catch
that.
him- if you
I
catch
thought
him,
about when I see
you're like,
him
I'm
going
gonna
to
sit back
catch him.
down.
I'm like,
What's
they
that
couldn't
mean?
Call that.
Only if he kisses his forehead on the way down.
Night.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Night.
Yeah.
But
no,
like literally, that's a legit
you
question.
can't do that, though.
That was a huge.
If he catches him as he's,
Although I blame the player, I blame the coach. The coach at that point too, because you cannot give up a penalty at that point.
that extreme of a penalty.
Yeah,
We're
you-
talking about not 15 yards back from the kick return.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Block-
a major turnover back to first
You are
down.
tied. Blocking a punt is not as paramount as just not
Hitting the
a
guy.
penalty.
Yes.
So that's coaching in my point. From
Yeah.
my point of view.
You cannot hit him. And you shut him out 4-0, tie game. We need this win.
Yeah.
And you
It's
hit.
probably
You didn't
a
block
lot-
the punt.
It's probably a lot easier said than done when
Yeah,
you're in
and
the
no,
game.
and I
Nah,
get that.
nah,
I
no.
no, I got sympathy. I got sympathy for that because when you running that fast, and I think I said this last week. When you running that fast, I know from
Yeah,
experience,
you
it
can't
is
just
almost
stop.
impossible to stop.
Yeah, you can't,
And that boy's
dude.
big. He like
Yeah.
twice me.
Like,
He
come
me
on,
and
man.
Kyle plus some.
Yeah.
So you cannot just stop. But you made it much more apparent when you tried to carry him. You know, when
He was
you
trying
put
to.
your
He was
arm
trying to be like,
out.
I didn't mean it. I'm trying to help you.
So
Yeah.
so that and I'm gonna say it, Drew Brees, everybody. I woke up this morning and opened up my Facebook to read the comments like I do. Oh, Drew Brees ain't got no arm. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because when he has a player downfield, what's our tight end Hill on a 60-yard slant route in the end zone.
No. That was Cook.
Cook. I'm sorry, Cook.
It was 41 yards in the air to Jared Cook.
And put it in the breadbasket. Dude didn't have to break stride. He didn't
No.
have to turn his body.
The thing is he's not
If-
gonna do what Mahomes and some of those other players do, where they can scramble, throw it off their back foot, 55 yards in the air with ease. He's not gonna do that, but he's gonna make the good decisions.
Well, it's
Let him
because
make-
it's because he's a decision maker.
He's a
not
decision
gonna
maker.
go off a whim. Like whenever you see Drew Brees interceptions, it's typically is because of a tip ball.
Wait till
and he's
Michael
been
Tom-
fighting that.
Yeah, wait-
Drew Brees been fighting tip balls since he started playing football. He's short for a quarterback. Ball's gonna get tipped. Okay. A lot of the times, if Drew Brees throws an interception, you look back at the records. A lot of
Right.
times, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. When the dude knows he got an open position, if he's throwing 7 to 10 yards a play, that's because that's what's supposed to happen. It's because that's what he has open. That's what his weapons are providing him. That's what's opening up. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
So and look, if it works, which it does, and when your starting quarterback can get off the field, and your boy Taysom Hill could come on with confidence and run the ball in the end zone, you got more weapons than anybody needs to see. When they start utilizing and finding their groove,
Yeah.
it's a shutdown, man.
We're gonna be
That's-
dangerous. Everybody needs to chill. The
Yep.
two teams that we lost against are playing good football.
Yes.
The Raiders just beat the Chiefs.
the Chiefs,
Yeah,
the
no doubt.
undefeated Super Bowl
So let's-
champion Chiefs.
Yeah, so let's chill. We
Beat
lost
them.
against Green Bay
The undefeated Green Bay
and the Chiefs.
up
Yeah.
until yesterday.
So
undefeated
yeah,
Chiefs.
we're 3-2,
Yep.
which ain't
Not
bad.
Chiefs, the Raiders. but
So
we
you know,
beat the
everybody just needs
Yeah.
to chill out.
Chiefs. We've got, and we said it before. We got a hard schedule.
We got a bye week right now.
bye
okay?
week. Yep.
Coming out against the Panthers, you're going to learn a lot on this game coming out.
Yep.
Division game.
Oh,
Like-
Teddy Bridgewater,
like
Drew
this-
Brees.
I do like Teddy
Oh, man,
Bridgewater.
I
I
wish him
love
the
Teddy.
best.
His
I love
smile,
Teddy
his
too,
his
man.
smile is so
You're going to
infectious, dude.
learn a lot from this next game. If you want to know what the Saints season is going to look like, this next game is going to tell you a whole lot. Michael Thompson is going to be back. It's going to be against the division opponent that's also 3-2 because they rattled off the last. Well, no,
Yep.
3-1, I think.
No, can't be. It got to be 3-2.
It
5
might-
games in.
yeah, something like
The
that.
only off week was this Tuesday's game.
So just watch.
Yep.
This you're gonna know you're gonna learn what you need to know, and whenever we come out with that big old W,
Yes, sir. Hey, look, and,
I
and-
saw that going in a
and when it
different
comes
direction.
down to it, if you look at conference wins, and I laugh every time, look at the Eastern Conference. They're leading in the conference with like a 1-4,
yeah, it's like
2 and 3 win record,
yeah.
and they're the leader in the offense.
Hey, by the way, what's
So they're in the
what's
conference.
Atlanta's record right now?
Oh, and let me think about it. I gotta calculate this. I think it's okay. You got
if
the
you carry the
0,
1, carry the 1,
you carry the 3.
Yep,
the
yep.
bottom. It's 0
and 5.
and 5.
5. 0 and 5. 0 and 5.
Oh, and they just fired the head coach too.
Yeah,
by the
you
way.
know what's funny?
Head coach, GM out.
I'm gonna say this before we wrap it up. I was impressed with my son. So my son's, he's a little bit older. He's 19 now.
19 years old.
Oh, and
boy.
he's a who dat through and
How
through.
are you 23 having a 19-year-old?
I don't know.
son?
See,
That's
biologically,
Genetics.
biologically. So I said,
Like a
man,
science.
they should have got rid of him like 2 weeks ago, whatever.
Oh,
and he goes, no, we want them to keep him.
Sure.
And I was like, that is the wisest thing. My son knows what he's talking about. Yeah, let's hang on to Dan Quinn. Why on earth, as a who dat, would I want them to get rid of
No,
Dan
absolutely makes me smile.
And
It
I was
turns
like,
my
you know
weekend
what?
around.
I could learn something from my son. He knows
You
what he's
could.
talking about.
You really could. You really could. Thank
Yep.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, go ahead and
No, you know what? Thank y'all for joining us. We are Who Dat Humor. See you next week.
This is how we who dat.
Oh, that sounds just like.